Hello everybody, welcome to the TriStar Gym channel. Today's episode, I'm doing a roll narration. Okay, you could see here, we're starting off with single leg situation. Okay, a great way to start your jiu-jitsu rounds is with single leg situation. I'm going to rewind right here. Let me rewind here just a touch. Okay, so I'm starting the video again here. We're starting single leg situation. I love single leg situation. Why? You got to get really good at single leg. Okay, it's a great way to develop your takedowns. Okay, so it's a safe way. Me and my partner are starting in single leg. You can see here that his knee is below my hip line. Okay, so if this is my hip line, you could see his knee is just about here. Okay, I want to get his knee above my hip line. If I get his knee above my hip line, it's going to be really easy for me to take him down. Okay, it's really, really easy to take somebody down when you have their leg above your hip line. Okay, but here's the thing. Getting his leg there, I'm going to do a very quick move. Okay, watch here. Let's see if you can pick it up. There it is. I did a quick little dip. I went elbow deep. I teach this in my video, Single Leg Made Easy. It's a I highly recommend this video because taking people down from single leg is super crucial. You could see now his knee is above my hip line. You could see that his knee is above my hip line. My hip line is somewhere down here. Now, if I get him here, it's going to be really, really easy for me to take him down. And there's no stress or weight on my back right now. All the weight is on my hip, exactly where I want it. Now, I don't know if you guys saw last week, we saw the Whitaker RDR fight. RDR did this twice to Whitaker, one time failing and one time succeeding later in the fight. He got it down to the ground using this exact technique. Okay, it's really hard to see because the camera angle is not the best here, but you can see that his knee is above my hip. When I get the knee that high, I like to do a sotogari. Okay, so you can see me step in and do a trip here. It's a great way to transition into front headlock or body lock or put the guy on his back. There's different ways to put his back on the floor. Okay, so you could see, I'm going to replay it right here because it happens so fast. I'm going to rewind it all the way. Okay, so watch, you could see that I'm holding his left leg. Watch how my right elbow sinks in deep. Okay, I'm going to rewind here. I'm putting forward, I'm moving forward. Look how my right elbow is going to dip down under his knee. There it is. Okay, you can see my right elbow's dipping down under his knee. You can see Khabib does this takedown a lot. Okay, he actually uses this maneuver quite a bit. And now I put it up over my hip. And now if I have him up over my hip, it doesn't matter how big and strong he is. Okay, because I have so much leverage now because the weight is on my hip. There goes those sotogari. I'm gonna let the trip play through. And I transition to front headlock. Now I've been doing a lot of this. Okay, jumping to guillotine. You can see now when I jump to guillotine, I have a new method now, a new strategy. And I'm going to have to break this down one day in video. It's quite hard to do in roll narration. But you've all heard the saying, if you control the head, you control the entire body. This is very, very true. But notice what's happening here. My partner now, he's trying desperately to pull his head out in this direction. Okay, he really wants to pull his head out in this direction. So you can see I'm down. I'm choking with my left arm. So I'm down on my left hip. Okay, so I put my left hip and left arm as heavy as possible. When I do this, it makes it very difficult for him to drag or pull his head out the way he's trying right now. Okay, I'm going to let it play a little bit through here. Let's see what happens. Here, I'm trying to force him into a full guard. He's resisting me. And now I'm doing the same thing on the other side. Okay, so he tried to drag out. I'm going to rewind it right here. It's a bit hard to see. Okay, let's right there. He's trying to drag out. As he tries to drag out, I just switch side. When I switch side, I try the same thing. I try to sag. Now I'm choking with the right arm. I'm trying to sag on my right hip. So from, I would say the last year or so, every time I grab a front headlock, I try to turn it into a sagging guillotine. It makes it very difficult for the man who's being choked here to escape. You can see he's having a hard time taking his head out. That's going to lead to me sweeping him or taking his back. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of sagging now from front headlock, kind of like marrying front headlock and guillotine together. Okay, so now right here, I'm going to put in my hook. This is really important. Okay, you can see this hook. Whenever your partner has his knee in a 90-degree angle like so, okay, what I recommend is that you hook. Okay, you hook all the way to the ankle. Okay, so you're looking to hook the ankle. I'm going to rewind it again just so you guys can kind of see the transition here. Rewinding. Okay, so I'm running to the back here. Okay, when you run to the back, oftentimes they're going to post that left leg. Why? Because they want to get up. They want to get up and fight your hands. Before they can get up, throw that long hook and trap ankle to ankle. You can see my left leg here trapping ankle to ankle. Now that I'm ankle to ankle on the left side, he's not able to stand up. Okay, he won't be able to stand up. Why? One very important thing. Yes, I'm hooking him at the ankle, but you're going to see me drop my weight here. Okay, I'm going to drop my weight on top of his lap, making myself heavy, and then usually I'll attack this foot. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm not sure exactly what happens. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to try to basically take the back here. I'm going to power Nelson here. I'm trying to attack his right arm. I think I'm going to switch to power Nelson. Okay, power Nelson. I cover it in Control Freak, my Control Freak video. Guys, everything you want to see here that you're going to see in this, a lot of it is in Control Freak, side control, and Control Freak, back control. All right, my partner's hip heisting. He's an MMA fighter. Okay, so he's not gonna play guard. Okay, because this is a professional MMA fighter. Professional MMA fighters, they try to get up to their feet. Okay, like you guys can be like, why did he give up his back? He's not trying to give up his back. He's trying to scramble to his feet. He doesn't want to be on the bottom. Okay, so MMA fighters, they give a very different reaction than jiu-jitsu guys. Most jiu-jitsu guys in that situation that my partner was in would have went to guard. Okay, and now we have a lot of jiu-jitsu guys in the practice room, a lot. But we also, of course, have a lot of MMA fighters, which makes a very interesting mix because MMA fighters are actually sometimes much harder to deal with. Why? They don't accept the bottom position. They constantly try to scramble to their feet. So now you have to try to take them down. Instead of them playing guard, they always trying to find a way to their feet. Now, the bad thing is they expose their back sometimes. Like you can see here, I'm on his back right now. Okay, which is the good thing for me. The bad thing for me, though, is he's always trying to hip heist. Look how he's trying to hip heist now. He's trying to get up to his feet. He's trying to push me off him. And I find that a lot of jiu-jitsu guys who are not used to this MMA type reaction, sometimes they cannot control an MMA guy. An MMA guy will have a lot of success getting away from the jiu-jitsu guy. And that way, the jiu-jitsu guy cannot apply his jiu-jitsu. It's really important to know how to control somebody who's just trying to scramble up to their feet. Okay, so you can see here, my partner now is on his back. He's got his an underhook. This is very typical. You get this from wrestlers and MMA fighters. Now, he wants to turn in this direction, right? He wants to turn hard to his right. He wants to really turn hard to his right. He wants to rotate to his right. He's risking guillotine. He's risking taking his back, but he wants to get up to his feet. Okay, now how do you deal with that? Well, you're going to see me push my hip into his hip in this direction here. I'm going to knock his knees in this direction. You guys are going to see that now because whenever somebody puts in an underhook, I want to use my hip to drive into his hip. So you can see my right hip now driving into his hip, and I'm using my leg kind of to attack his thighs here. I'm pushing his knees. You can see now his knees are pointing away from me. You can clearly see now I'm starting to push his knees in this direction, right? And my hip is driving in this direction. I want to fight using my weight against the direction he wants to go. So here it is. I'm driving into him. This is very typical MMA style behavior. The MMA guy is always trying to scramble to their feet. You see, he's still forcing against me. Look how he passed his arm. Well, that's going to give up the back. They often give up the back. Why? They're so desperate to get to their feet. They don't want to play guard. Okay, now I have his back again. This is the second time I get his back. Again, look, you see, he's stripping my foot. He wants to get to his feet here. He's not interested in playing guard here. He's not interested in going to half guard. Now here you can see me propping on my right elbow. I don't want him to get on top of me. I'm kind of losing a little bit of control here. You can see I'm going left, my left arm. I'm trying to control his right arm here. Okay, now I was able to re-guard. I don't have an exact back control here because he's kind of halfway. He's misaligned. Again, these are very slippery conditions. I go omoplata, try to scramble up to my feet here. High leg over, get up. My partner did a good job escaping there. He did a very good job. Now it's going to be his turn with a single leg. See, we take turns, okay? Every time we scramble out of the position, this is more of an MMA style workout. A lot of the MMA guys, I make them do this kind of stuff. Why? It's much more sports specific because in the fight, you got to take your partner down. Now let's rewind here. My partner, you see, he did a very nice job here. Let me rotate, rewind. Okay, let's see now. My partner is going to be able to elevate my leg over his hip. Let's see that. Okay, so you can see he's doing the same thing I did earlier. Except you'll notice, oh, there it is. Okay, he went elbow deep. That's what he needs to do. He needs to get elbow deep. He's trying Osotogari. Now, the reason why it's not working for him is because he didn't force me to my hands enough. This is a bit hard to describe. And it was very slippery conditions. Okay, right now it's really humid in the gym. It's very, very slippery. TriStar, we just got air conditioning for the first time, so it's not as slippery as usual. This is the first summer we have actual air conditioning in the gym. But there's close to 100 people on the mats right now, so there's a lot of sweat and humidity. Here I got the underhook. I'm trying to work him here with an underhook. You guys know I love the underhook. I love to shuck. I love to snap down. My partner's doing a good job defending here. Okay, so now we broke loose. We start again. Okay, we start with a grip. Here I'm going Uchimata. He's going body lock. I'm putting my hand to the mat. This is a classic position here, dogfight position. Let's see what happens. Oh, he tries to limp arm out. When he tried to limp arm out, I broke free. Now it's going to be my turn with the leg. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ways to start rolling. Let's see what I'm going to do here. Here I run the pipe. Okay, so watch here. Oftentimes we call this the dump or running the pipe. Let me rewind here. This is really important. Okay, every grappler, whether you're just mainly focused on the ground or MMA or wrestling, okay, you have to know the dump. Okay, so watch here. My partner here, he's defending the single leg. He knows I want to go elbow deep and raise it above my hip. So what is he doing right now? You guys might not be able to see it on video, but he's driving his knee down to the mat. He doesn't want me to elevate it like I did earlier. Okay, so earlier, his knees were about here. I picked up his knee and I lifted it up above my hip line, right? I lifted it above the hip line. So now my partner, he knows that I want to lift his knee. His knee's about here. He's driving it down to the mat. Okay, he's driving that knee down to the mat. Whenever somebody drives their weight down in this direction, you want to run the pipe. Okay, you want to run the pipe, or we call it a dump. Okay, so we call it running the pipe or dump. Let's see here. Watch here. I'm going to play it through. He's putting weight on that left knee. He's putting weight on that left leg. Watch how I'm going to drive him down to the mat. I'm going to run the pipe. See, I'm running the pipe or going into a dump. This only works if your partner is making a heavy leg. Okay, so I discussed this also in Single Leg Made Easy. Whenever somebody's putting weight down towards the ground, all I do is run the pipe and I dump him. Okay, you dump him down to the mat. It's a very, very powerful maneuver. A lot of people know how to run the pipe and a lot of people know how to do a dump, but they don't know you need to dump only when the guy's making his leg heavy. So I have my partner in a dilemma here. Okay, I'm just going to rewind here and discuss the dilemma real briefly here. Okay, now here's the dilemma. His knee's here. I want to lift it up. He's denying me by putting his weight down. Well, if he puts his weight down, he denies me the elbow deep and lifting his knee up over my hip. I'm going to run the pipe. Okay, so if he puts his weight down on that leg, I'm going to run the pipe. Whenever you feel like you're holding a heavy leg, you got to dump it. And I emphasize that heavily in my Single Leg Made Easy video. All right, here, guys, I ran the pipe, dump him. I did a quick X-pass maneuver. Now I'm in half guard. My partner, again, look, he's going for that left underhook. You could see that left underhook here. He's trying to get to his knees. You could see that I'm forcing him in the opposite direction. Look, he desperately wants to get this underhook, and he wants to rotate in this direction, right? He's trying to rotate in this direction. I'm not going to let him rotate in this direction. All MMA guys, they want to get that underhook and get to their knees. Look how I'm pointing his knees in the opposite direction that he wants to go. See, his knees are pointing in the opposite direction. I'm forcing him with my hip like we did earlier from side control. I'm cross-facing him. Look at this cross-face pressure with my shoulder. I'm driving this hip in this direction. I'm just using my body weight to crush him in the opposite direction he wants to go. And I have a very nice base here. See, if he tried to go with my pressure and push me in this direction, this base here would save me because I would be able to stop him from getting to his knees even. Okay, so I have a really nice control here. It's a very difficult job for the man on the bottom here to do much. And from here, okay, I'm going to start doing GSP style passing here, heavy passing. I'm going to start attacking his arm. I'm going to try to get his head and arm above. I'm going to try to get his elbow above his shoulder, higher and higher till I can connect his head and arm together. You guys must already know this is one of the most popular submissions in Jiu-Jitsu. I'm trying to get to an arm triangle here, get his arm and head together. I'm walking it. It's a bit slippery. It's going to take time, but it's going to be a very difficult thing for the man on the bottom to stop. All right, that's the end of the round, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. You guys enjoyed this roll commentary, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you.